Welcome to the game room, Waddler-D here. We're back for more Super Mario Bros. 2 for the NES, and World 7 is upon us, and that means we're pretty much at the end of the game. The funny thing about this world is that there's only 2 levels, but they are indeed some of the hardest and longest levels in the game. However, since we have only 2 picks left, and I've saved 1 pick for this particular level, Luigi is going to be heading off into 7-1, and Luigi will make this level so much more digestible, because World 7-1 is basically an amalgamation of everything that we've done. Well, this is a good start, getting killed right off the bat. But yeah, albatrosses, Bob-ombs, remember World 3 and 5, the end of them? Yeah, they're all back, but except now we have destroyable land, so get yourself moving, because you're going to have to make sure that you want to have something to stand on by the time you're done. And also remember that wow, what the heck? Explosions off-screen do not count, so make sure to take full advantage of that. Reason why I'm heading into this damn hut is not for anything else other than freaking mushroom. However, if you were not Luigi, you would be heading to this hut regardless because of what you need. And that happened again. Wow, Luigi, you need to pick up stuff so much faster, buddy. Let's try to grab this thing again. But the main reason why we got here is just for the mushroom. Thankfully, those things respawn. Of course, I'm gonna have to wait for this door, or just... could have probably made that a little quicker, but whatever. Reason why we got here is you see those albatrosses, you would normally need them to get over this massive pillar that you saw right at the beginning of this section. However, Luigi doesn't even need to do that. I only did that to just get mushrooms, because this section can be quite nasty, and here's the reason why Luigi just makes this section hilariously short and easy, because you can jump on top of that earlier albatross that you may have saw, and just completely annihilate this level's standing. However, it doesn't really help that you have this section. This section is the worst section in the game. You have all these low-bearing clouds, these snippets and Shy Guys popping out of thin air, or just standing on top of very high vantage points and disappearing very randomly. Yeah, this section can be really nasty if you have these Shy Guys roaming too much about, but if you pop enough out, you can start making other enemies disappear off the face of the earth, and of course, possibly try to crash your game because of all this frickin' sprite action. But since we're the Luigi, we don't even have to worry about that. And there's what I was talking about with the enemy, or with the section where if you have to make a jump or get knocked in the air, guess what? You might have to do that all over again. But if you're Luigi, you can basically jump over that entire section and say goodbye to that. And hello to the sparks that we're going to be running into very, very consistently. This is like a power plant when it comes to the amount of sparks you'll see. Thankfully, we're Luigi, so this next jump, oh god, this next jump can be a little bit easier because you don't have to stack up mushroom blocks and free that one spark that's just going all over the place. And then we get to the end of the level, which you can imagine what it has in this hut. Yet another Birdo, and this is the last Birdo that will be spitting fireballs for the rest of the game. Thankfully, Luigi has such good invincibility frames when picking up stuff, but you're also going to have to deal with the Birdo potentially dancing on top of the... Oh, great. Holy whiff. You know what? I'll take the damage and just kill you. Thank you. Also, thank you, Luigi, very much for your... How the hell did you come back? But yeah, thank you, Luigi. Thank you so much for your jumping powers. Unfortunately, we won't be able to use you anymore. Not that it's gonna be well missed, because in the next section, oof, you'll definitely need somebody with some good jumping. Alright, so I'm gonna try this using my eyes this time. And that's not working. I'm gonna also put up a video, something that I saw not too long ago, and just realized, you know what, this might be the actual trick, but I don't think I'm ever going to nail it down, because it seems to require some, precise rhythm to it. Oh, damn it, I thought I was going to make some sort of cool thing going on there. And by precise, I mean you will be able to get cherries consistently. 3 cherries, in fact. And those 3 cherries are going to just give you a multitude of lives. But this minigame is also the reason why I'm so used to the Super Mario, or the Super Mario All-Stars version of this game, where actually using your eyes made a lot more sense, because it was more about watching the slots kind of roll down and knowing when to press the A button and when it mattered. Ow, what the hell. But, yeah, take a look at that video when you have the time, and just note how much of a good contribution that guy's work was, because honestly, wow, it seems like it's down to a science for him, and it's just nice to see that somebody figured it out, at least. Nevertheless, we're going to be heading to 7-2, which is the final level of the game. And the final level of the game is indeed the longest and hardest level in the game. And we're going to be going right to the front door. Okay, you guys need to just get the hell off. Take a coffee break or something. But yeah, Wart's Castle, right in front of us. And instead of a red carpet... Okay, these are very dangerous conveyor belts. See how that guy just immediately died. But yeah, instead of carpets, we have conveyor belts. And these conveyor belts are annoying, because you're going to have enemies popping out of jars. We're going to actually need one, because we're going to take this nice little route. We have a nice thing about this place is you have choices. Oh, please give me that heart. I don't care. That did not help me at all. But yeah, there's a lower route and upper route. I will have video footage of the upper route, but here's the lower route. In the lower route, kind of dangerous, because more sparks, but there's a trick in this section where you want to stick to the left first. Make sure to not get yourself in a nasty jam with these guys, then move to the right. And then you want to stay to the right. And then last but not least... Oh yeah, I was thinking he was going to come back, but... Last but not least, you want to stick to the left, because all those cherries and the fact that my butt got lit up by a spark. So be very careful when you're lifting up these mushroom blocks, because as you can see, they can very much cause mayhem. And unfortunately, since I've died collecting all those those cherries, that it's not going to count for me at all. But as long as you're picking up cherries, this does help tremendously for the next room. And you definitely want to make the efforts here, because if you don't, well... Also, look at that awesome display. No, my... Yay, guess we're gonna show off this room and why it sucks. See all these sparks? Yeah, apparently Wart's Castle has a very bad electrical problem. But thankfully, we also have a nice little storage room where we got a mushroom. Pick up the wrong patch of grass, guess what? You're gonna get a Bob-omb in your hands. And you're gonna have to throw that Bob-omb in a very precise location, or else you're gonna take some bad damage. Also, try to take your time in these sections when you have sparks just all over the place, because you could end up running right into one. This next section is a little bit more of a trap in a sense, but you should try to take advantage of it. Except that... Oh god, why did I do that? Why did I pick it up in that manner? But I'm gonna get revenge. All the revenge I could ever possibly think of. All these damn sparks causing my life misery. And the fact that I missed on a heart. Damn it. But as you can see, there is so much trap and tribulations going on there, so be careful when you're picking up them cherries, but at the same time, very helpful, as you can see. Having that cherry power, Alright, gotta make sure to get the hell out of there. Yeah, that one is a really nasty spark. But nothing as nasty as this section, where you're gonna have to dodge all sorts of enemies, jump right into a spark, and of course there's plenty more, but thankfully since we're Mario and not Toad, this room is so much easier than it has to be, because having to do this section with Toad is a nightmare. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, get the hell off that... You're not playing nice. Alright, fine. We'll just go over here. Get killed by the guy anyway. Yeah, that room is kind of a pain. Mainly because of that sniffet, and the fact that it just likes to stop dead and if it's in your line of sight, it will shoot a bullet at you. So, Sniffits are pretty mean in this level. Either if they're staked out on a nice sniper spot, or just sitting in a really dickish spot. Okay, you know what? God, your freaking butt is made out of lead, apparently, so I can't jump through you. Oh no, I am not getting killed by the easiest enemy in the least threatening enemy game. One nice thing here is hopefully I can sneak under this Birdo, because you really don't have to fight this Birdo. Oh god, please, please move, please move. You're not helping me, Birdo. You could jump over him, like, not there. Or you could sneak under him, but I really wouldn't recommend the sneaking under. Oh my god, if I were to die, that would have been making me mad. Okay, excuse me, thank you. And when you get to this particular room, you have options. This is basically where the two paths meet, and you have to get a key, but we don't have the key yet. But first off, I'm gonna head here, kill all these guys, hopefully get a heart. Nope, of course not. And we're gonna head in this door real quick. This is pretty much the latter half of the other route. Thank you, so needed that. And the reason why we're going all the way down here is for a couple of reasons. As you can probably imagine, it involves me eating and yet another mushroom. But of course we have like 2 billion sparks trying to cause a galvanization of sorts. I don't really want to deal with that. Thankfully, this next mushroom will help us out in terms of health, but we also have to deal with the enemy population out here. Thankfully. Okay, and make sure you make the right choice here, which is this one. Do not grab the one on the left, because you have an even tougher time of getting rid of it. And, no, I'm really done with coins and slot machines at this point. I have had enough slot machine, or gambling, or what you want to call it, in my life in this game. Getting hit, as I would expect. I really do not like these guys at all, and this is the last Panzer we will ever see. So, if you guys missed that enemy at all, I don't know how I should feel about that. But thankfully, the climb up is actually going to be just as hard as it was going down. In fact, this is probably one of the hardest rooms in the game, because of how these sparks are moving in such a malicious manner, where you're having them pretty much on a cycle, and it proves to be very traumatizing, especially when these guys... Wow, I love how they disappear, though, because there's too many freaking enemies on the screen. Oh my god, please. Take advantage of that invincibility. Alright, so, almost done. Hopefully I can get some health. Health? No, of course not. Not for poor Mario here. Make sure to duck, because these low-bearing sparks are going to cause you death if you're really small, or just give you some unnecessary damage, as always. This is actually a bit of a tricky fight, mainly because of that wall and the conveyor belt pushing you towards it. It can be kind of hard to dodge the egg, but thankfully, once you kill this, make sure to do one thing. Throw the key. Because you'll take care of that one, and then you'll take care of this guy, and you won't have to worry about running into him immediately exiting the door, as I have done countless times, because that door is kind of a trap. Speaking of traps, we're going to prepare for this one, because you probably might not anticipate what's coming up next, because this part is where Hawkmouth gets pissed. And yes, Hawkmouth is not a very hard boss. Like, watch this. Yeah, he has such a huge-ass hitbox, so you can just chill. Okay, we learned quite a few things there. His large-ass hitbox can prove to actually do damage to you because of how massive it is, apparently. So, just think that while you're down there, and small, you're still going to potentially get hit. So let's just take this asshole out immediately. Like, just not worry about this whole shindig. And make sure to kill this boss in such a way where he's not trapped in those, like, pillars. And when you hear this music, you are on the finale. This is the final boss, and Wart is no joke. This is easily the hardest boss in the game. And as you can see, he's decided to arm himself with a vegetable-making machine, which is the dumbest possible thing a final boss can do, but it's very common with Mario bosses that they will include their weakness in some way, shape, or form in their very room. Just consult Bowser at least twice. And this guy, Wart, has the attack of spraying gas bubbles every which way, which can be very difficult to dodge, but the only way you can do damage to him is throwing vegetables directly in his mouth, and he hates vegetables, so try to make your aim true, and try to just kind of time it in such a way where you can possibly get him into an endless loop of pain without you dealing with the freaking gastrointestinal thing going on here. Not fun. Especially when you're getting... Yeah, let's just avoid that thought. But as long as you're consistent with the timing, this fight should not prove problematic, and you should stay on the lower ledge if you want to make this fight go quickly, because jumping on vegetables... not a fun game. Aw, damn it. Oh boy. Okay, let's try to make this count. Oh god. Yes! Yes! You're done! Eat your veggies, you son... Wait. Wow, that's what vegetables do to you? They make you lose all color, and... Mario, throw that thing away. We're done with this place. Subcon is just full of poison. Mario, what are you doing, buddy? Wait. Wait, what? Bezos? Without mask are these guys? This is Subcon people? Oh yeah, by the way, this is what happens when you beat the game with everybody. Everyone becomes a contributor. And the Subcon are doing a good job taking Wart and giving him a pat on the back, and oh god, they're actually killing him. Well, Mario, what the heck have you done? You have become... No, we shouldn't think this. Mario, just be a savior. Say you've saved the day. And... What? No. 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 Game, you can't do this to me! That was so good! SB2 Toad! It's a dream. This ending's fine. I mean, considering all the craziness and the fact that the game's like, you know, this is not a Mario game, right? This is why it's not a Mario game. Doki Doki Panic, aka Super Mario Bros. 2, is one of my favorite games off the Super Mario All-Stars collection. And the reason is that it did something that Nintendo, I didn't expect Nintendo to do, but the fact that they decided, you know what, I don't think the Western population is going to find a game that's very much like the original to be quite a fun experience, especially when this game is incredibly difficult in some respects. So they decided, you know what, let's try to make another game into a Mario game and pretty much sell it to the Western populations. And honestly, I feel like they made the right choice, because this kind of hits home to me. This game just had some nice concepts behind it, and the legacy that it brought to the Mario universe honestly has done a great... Wait, what the hell? Birdo and Oster? Switch those names! Don't confuse the audience. But yeah, the fact that this game has brought so much legacy, the doors, the... Claw Glip, what the... Game? Get your names right, come on! But yeah, this game has brought so much interesting, exotic legacy, and Wart of all people, he's actually appeared in another game, which honestly just dawned on me about this particular game and why Wart's in it. We'll talk about that game another time, but this game's legacy has stretched well beyond pretty much Doki Doki Panic's stretch. If anything, this is a better version of Doki Doki Panic, because one thing I haven't told you about that game is that Doki Doki Panic, you had to beat the game with all 4 characters to get the best ending. That alone is a pain in the ass. To actually traverse through the game slowly because there is no run button, Doki Doki Panic. Slowly traverse through the games, 20 levels, 4 times with different characters. I mean, while that is kind of refreshing in the sense that you have at least some sort of a different playstyle to get used to, I think playing through the game once as 5 times for each of the characters is more of an adventure for me to take in. But the doors, the keys, the non-linear level design, just all sorts of things that get used and reused in Mario games. Like, for example, the fact that while I was doing this Let's Play, they announced Super Mario 3D World for the Switch, and that game is very heavily influenced by what's in this game. And it's kind of really nice to see that come to a full circle, where it's like, damn, they really haven't forgotten about this game. And it's kind of nice to see, too, because they did make a remake of it for the Game Boy Advance, and that is something I have not played, but heard it being pretty much the best version of this game. So I will have to dive into that at some point or another. But Super Mario Bros. 2, thank you for providing a very interesting yet different approach to a Mario game, but still remain quite a beloved installment of the series, because it is definitely one of my favorite Mario games of the old days. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you guys what you think about this game, what you like most about it, what you like least about it. I really hope it's the frickin' bomb caves. And, of course, what you guys want to see more of involving this game and just the Mario series in general. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and adios.